I've been sitting with the non-prescriptive approach that you do talk about and seeing, or at least exploring in my mind how I could show up with that, with my children. Any thoughts on that from you?
That's a good question. I think everything has its pitfalls, and the greatest pitfall with the truth about the ineffectiveness of prescriptions is that one tends to turn that into a prescription, and it really must be seen clearly that to prescribe isn't right or wrong, and to turn it into a rule is to miss the entire point. The real value in abstaining from prescriptions and ridding oneself of the path of prescriptions does not lie in forcefully doing so. It lies in seeing where the holes truly are for oneself. If one, in the example that you gave, prescribes to children, it doesn't work. And that isn't a unique situation. It doesn't work for anyone. If you can prescribe to an adult, and it won't work for them either. So I don't think it's about telling children or anybody else what to do. I think it really is about discovering what the truth about the situation is, as opposed to having an ulterior motive of this is the proper way to do it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Dr. Gupta. What an honor. I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. Here's my question, please. I wonder if meditation is the one exception to the guideline of no prescriptions.
No, meditation is a complete farce. Meditation has no meaning. It's irrelevant. Now, what must be understood is to never take my words for face value, because this is not about teaching you anything. It is, if you have the interest in looking behind the curtain, you may, and if you don't, then you don't. There's nothing to take home with you. If someone wishes to achieve some level of physiologic benefit, some level of temporary peace, or perhaps a divorcing oneself from some of the stressors of the day, one can meditate. And if that's what he seeks, which is what most people are seeking, then yes, it can be of benefit. But when one comes into my domain, what must be realized at the very precipice is that all the things that I talk about are from the standpoint of reaching the ultimate. All the things that I discuss are from the standpoint of truly arriving at the ultimate possibility of one's own life. And all things are viewed through that lens. They are not viewed through the lens of temporary benefit, temporary relief, a little bit of good for you-ness, a little bit of health makes me feel better. I don't view things in that way. I don't care. And quite frankly, in that sense, then a cup of coffee might do you good either. So it's all cosmetic. No one is out there meditating and becoming enlightened. Nobody. You may not wish to become enlightened. That's fine. But once again, mine is a very biased view, and it is biased because it is biased only towards the tip of the mountain and nothing else. I can't say that for somebody else, but if one asks the question, is the only goalpost truth, one may wish to turn around and ask themselves that question. If it isn't truth, then all else is false. It will never work for you to coach yourself. And the reason it will not work for you is because you have to ask the question. So because you ask the question, can I coach myself? The answer is no. Because to you, it is only a concept. And the very fact that you need my permission or some answer which says, yes, you can coach yourself, you'll be miles and miles away from actually doing so. Human beings love words. They love to put a word on a pedestal and say, what do you think of vulnerability? What do you think of courage? What do you think of X? Oh yes, courage is very important. Oh, vulnerability is wonderful. Good for you. These things are useless. They have no meaning. You cannot isolate one word and then stick behind it and then wave the flag of the word. It's just a word. It means nothing. So it is your very question. It has an ulterior motive. You have an agenda and you come waving the flag of courage and you want support for that. And it's irrelevant. Don't come with words. I think it's largely cosmetic. Human beings are looking for a pat on the back. And I don't have much value for encouragement. A person who needs encouragement, I don't. Everything comes from the inside. Everything that gets a person to the mountaintop is self-driven. And to be honest, the person who climbs to the mountaintop, his whole life, he isn't encouraged. He's beaten down. He is trying to be torn off the mountain at every step. It's not encouragement. This is not a nice world. So there's no encouragement of anybody. If you feel like encouraging, do so. Nothing wrong with it. But to fall into the trap that it actually means something is, I think, irrelevant. What people want to do is irrelevant. At the end of the day, it's all about you.